anytime. Let me get it straight. Isn't that the way it goes? You ready? Or you
Everything from now on is official.
Okay. As soon as we get the phone taken care of. Somebody wants you.
Christ. Telemarketer.
Oh, don't you love those?
I'm gonna turn this thing off.
Well, you can turn the volume all the way down, or just turn it off. Press in on this side.
It's off.
Okay. 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 So we are ready to go. Today is November 12th, 2020. My name is Betty Kime, and this is Joe Todd, and we are going to interview Chester Stevens. We are at the Bartlesville Area History Museum in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, as part of the Remember When program for the Bartlesville Area History Museum and the, Joe, you can go in.
Oral History Program, Oklahoma Historical Society.
Okay. What is your full name?
Chester Leo Stevens Sr.
Okay. And why did your parents name you that? Why did your parents give you that name?
I had a twin brother named Lester.
Okay. And so
So
one
we're
of them
Chester and Lester.
Yep.
And I think I was the second one born.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
mine
think
was,
I was. I don't know. I
mine was
don't
Betty
remember
and,
back that far.
Betty and Debbie. I was the twin.
I
too.
know it's cold. January the 9th, 1924.
Okay. And where were you born?
Where were I born?
Yes.
At home.
Okay. And where
5
was that?
miles out in the country right here.
Okay.
And I was over in Osage County.
Okay. Sounds good. And did you have any nicknames? Any nicknames? Other names other than
There's
Chester?
Chet, mostly Chet.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I have a grandson named Chet.
Okay. Very good. Who was your father?
Stephen Edgar Stevens.
Okay.
Stephen, the first one was a S-D-E-P-H-E-N.
Right.
And then my last name is S-E-V-E-N.
Oh, okay. Very good. And what about your mother? What was her name?
Faletus, F-A-L-E-T-U-E-S. F-A-L-E-U-T-S.
That's a pretty name.
Faletus Viola.
Viola. Pretty. Okay. What was her maiden name? What was
Sheets.
What was it?
Her name was Sheets.
Say it. Can you spell it?
S-H-E-T-E-E-T-S.
Oh, okay.
Sheets.
Okay. Okay. And where did you live growing up?
Right out here in the country, 5 miles in the country,
Okay.
in Osage County.
Right. And how did your family come to be there?
Oil field.
Ah.
My dad pumped that lease out there for 30 years.
Oh, he did. Okay. So he knew the oil business.
Oil field pumper.
Yeah. Okay. And where did his family come from? Where did his family come from?
Woodward, Oklahoma.
Woodward. And what about your mom?
And he was raised at Woodward.
Okay. And where did you go to school?
Where did I go to school?
Yes.
Butler Creek out here.
Butler Creek. Okay.
And the school was named Butler Creek School.
Right. Okay. And
And I just went to the 8th grade.
to the 8th grade? Sure. A lot of people did back then.
Well, I had to quit go to work.
Okay. Oh, what about your favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher?
Did you have a favorite teacher?
Probably all the women teachers were my favorite.
Oh, you're a
But
ladies' man.
I had a man teacher mostly. His name was H.C. Price.
Oh, H.C. Price. Okay.
And I think he was from Barnesdall originally.
Yeah.
But he taught me through the 8th grade.
So was it a one-room schoolhouse or a two-room?
2-room.
Two-room. Okay. So you had like the first through the third grade?
1 through 4
1 through
and
4.
4 through 8.
5 through 8? Okay. And do you have any memories of when you were in school? Any school memories of things that happened while you were in school? Give us some good stories.
Well, we didn't have an inside basketball court, I'll tell you.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was outdoors. You couldn't play basketball if it was muddy.
Oh, mm-hmm.
So, I don't know any instance that really happened, but
What
we were happy in it, whatever it was.
what kind of chores did you have?
Oh, I milked a couple of cows before I went to school, and in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
milk cows.
So-
But my dad was an oil field pumper. He pumped the oil field, but we always had cows to milk.
Right.
A big family took a lot of milk.
How many were in your family?
Nine
9.
boys and 2 girls.
Whoa! I bet
Yeah.
the girls felt a little outnumbered.
Well, actually they had 3 more, but
Yeah.
they lost 3,
Yeah.
mostly in infancy.
How did you get to school?
Walked mostly.
Did
If
you?
it was real muddy, my dad would get his old Cadillac out and take us to school.
You had a
He
Cadillac.
had an
Wow.
old Cadillac with 21-inch wheels,
And
and we could go through a lot of mud with it.
did you have any other chores? Did you have any? Did you do any farming or gardening?
Cut wood and sold it.
Oh, and so.
$1 a rick. I mean it. And we used a crosscut saw, a hand saw.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Didn't
right.
have them there motor ones.
Did you do any plowing?
Huh?
Did you do any plowing?
Plowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got out of the 8th grade and the guy across the street, or road from the school was plowing with a tractor, and I walked over there and got the job of plowing for $1 a day.
With a tractor?
That's the first time I ever drove a tractor.
Did you, before that, did you plow with horses or mules?
I have plowed with horses. And my dad had a team.
You have a walking plow or riding plow? Walking plow?
Walking plow, yeah.
Okay.
And then we had a cultivator that had a seat on the end. But,
What were the names of your horses?
cultivate the corn was a cultivator.
What were the names of your horses? What were the names of your horses?
One of them was Prince and the other one was Tony.
Tony.
And they were
Ooh.
both bay.
Like Tom Mix. Tom Mix's horse was Tony.
Yeah, one was Prince and the other was Tony, and then we had a black mare that we worked. We had to break her to where it was, so we put her in the middle, and the 2 red horses on the outside, and we broke her to work.
Oh, right, right.
She had to work or else she got drugged. Well,
That was
anyway,
smart.
we broke her to work, and she pulled her part of it.
Well, I had 9 kids in my family too. And so there was always activity going on. What are some of the things that you remember with your brothers and sisters?
Oh, we played a lot of ball out in the yard, and mostly baseball.
Right.
We didn't have basketball then.
But what about Christmases?
Christmases,
Mm-hmm.
we was lucky to get a knife for Christmas.
A knife. Okay.
I got a pocket knife one time.
Yeah. But did you have a tree? A Christmas tree? Did
Not
you have?
really.
No.
We were too big of a family and too many.
Describe the house you lived in. Describe the house you lived
The size of the house was a 4-room house. 1 bedroom, 1 dining room, and a kitchen. And my folks had a bed in the front room. right by the window, get a breeze.
Oh.
So my mother and dad really slept in the front room.
Yeah.
And the kids, little ones, slept in the bedroom. And then my dad got the bright idea. He put up a tent. It's a 10-foot square
Yeah.
kind of tent, just outside the house. And those 4 boys had to sleep in the tent.
Oh my goodness. Wow. What an
And we
experience.
slept in the tent, and in the summer we just rolled the sides up.
Sure.
And one time, I remember this real definitely. We had the sides all rolled up, and we was all in there asleep. And a guy hunting coons with hounds,
Right.
he come through the country, and the coon went right across our bed, and the hounds come right behind us.
That's funny.
Woke us up, mind you.
I bet so. So did you guys go hunting as you got older? Did you
No,
go?
we didn't go hunting, and this was a neighbor who was hunting.
Right. But
his dogs. Anyway, I remember that.
yeah, yeah.
Got woke up pretty quick.
So, did you have any other pastimes? Any other things that you did? Did you go swimming like in Butler Creek?
We walked a mile down to Butler Creek and jumped in the creek.
Yeah.
We had a special swimming hole down there.
All right. Very good. So what kind?
If it's in the summer and they got stagnant, you know, and they get a scum on,
Oh
we
yeah.
just push the scum back and go swimming. Yeah, we managed to get wet in the summertime.
Right. Right. But did you pick like gooseberries and different kinds of fruits and berries and things like that?
We picked all kinds of fruit, blackberries,
Yeah.
and if we could find some wild plums or something, we
Right.
always pick them and take them home, let Mom can them.
Sure. Yeah.
And so we did that.
So what kind of foods did
That was a job for us boys. There was 4 of us boys, the older ones. And I happened to be in the group.
Where are you in line?
I was number 6 in line, really.
Oh, number 6.
Yeah, my oldest brother got married. I don't remember what year it was. But he set up a tent in our front yard for his honeymoon. Him and his new bride slept in the tent.
That's a great story.
That was their honeymoon. And
But
that was my oldest brother. And then Glenn got drafted in my second oldest. He got drafted in the Army in 1941.
oh, right.
And never did get a furlough. He went to the South Pacific, was in there 5 years
Oh my gosh.
in the South Pacific. He was on every island, I think.
Wow.
He went clear up to the Aleutian Islands. We were right off of Alaska. He was
Yeah.
up in there.
My goodness.
And
Yeah.
What stores? How often would you get to Bartlesville? How often would you get to town? How?
get to town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too often. I walked to town. We live 5 miles out here in the country. I'd walk to town and go to a movie.
Oh.
We had the old Lyric Theater down here,
Right.
and we had the Odeon,
Mm-hmm.
and what was the other name? I forgot. There was 3 theaters,
Arrow.
and
Yeah,
one of
the
them was
Arrow.
on 3rd Street, and one of them, the Lyric was right down here on this side street coming this way. I forgot the name of it.
That Osage or Dewey?
It's an Osage, I believe.
Yeah. Was it the Arrow Theater?
The old Lyric Theater was
Was the Arrow on 3rd Street? Was it the Arrow?
Yeah, there was
Yeah, I
another.
think so.
There was 3 theaters, and I'd always manage one of them. And you could get in for a dime.
What kind of shows did you like to watch? Did you watch the westerns?
Well, mostly Western. You know, Gene Autry, Roy Rogers.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What stores did you shop in Bartlesville? What stores did you shop in Bartlesville?
Oh, generally on 2nd Street there was a grocery store. And I
Okay.
think it was a home grocery. And
That
my
might
folks'
be.
boys bought groceries there.
Mm-hmm.
It was on 2nd Street, I know.
Yeah,
But most of the grocery stores were right in that area.
right. Did you, oh, go ahead.
Did you come to town on Saturday night?
On Saturday nights, not necessarily. I don't remember.
Did you ever go to dances and that kind of thing as you got older?
Huh?
Did you ever go to dances or anything like that when you got older?
I never did know how to dance.
Yeah.
I could hold a girl and let her dance. But I never did learn how to dance or anything. And we never attended dances. I had some cousins that went to dances quite a bit, but they got in trouble out there.
Whoops.
The dance hall was out on Tuxedo Road,
Okay, right.
about where that little park is.
Okay, sure.
On
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they
going
kind
up to Tuxedo Corner,
right, right.
and
That's that
Cause-
line.
but
Yeah, the where the lions.
anyway,
And then they have like canoeing and that kind of stuff right around there too. That people could go canoeing. Did you ever go canoeing or anything? Did you ever go canoeing or anything over there?
Deering.
Canoeing.
Oh, canoeing? No,
Yeah,
I
But-
never knew how to canoe.
but
I didn't have a boat.
yeah.
We went swimming a lot.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Did you go fishing?
We went fishing some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you swim by the dam on the Caney River? There was a dam up here on the Caney River.
I remember when they built Bardew Lake.
Yep.
Built by horses.
Oh.
Horse. My oldest brother had a team of horses, and we lived over west of there, about 3/4 of a mile over a couple of hills.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd take his horses over there and hook onto a slip and slip. And he moved dirt up on that dam with horses all day long.
Wow.
And he'd bring the horses home in the evening.
So how much did he get paid?
Yeah, I remember him doing that. That was my oldest brother.
Mhm.
I was just a kid then.
What were their What were your brothers and sisters' names?
You want me to start from the beginning?
Yeah, might as well start from the top and go down.
Well, I had one brother named Robert.
Okay.
He was the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
And he was born in 15, that's when
Okay.
it was. Because my parents were married in 13.
Okay.
And they had Robert was born in 15, and they lived in Iola, Kansas at that time
Okay.
when he was born. And Dad worked at smelters in Iola.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, anyway, after that, they moved to Bartlesville, and he worked at the smelters out here a couple of years, and then Orville was the next one born. And he had a bad stomach from the time he was born,
Oh.
and it bloated out, and he lived 11 years
Mhm.
and finally passed away. His name was Orville.
Yeah.
And then Glenn was the next one. And he was always the smallest.
Yeah.
This little short guy, and he's still that way. He's over here in a rest home, and he's 102 years old.
Oh my goodness! How wonderful.
And he's still real short.
That's great.
He used to work for Ford Motor Company in California,
Oh, okay.
and he worked on the, he was a mechanic. He worked on the motor. He just raised the hood and got up there and sat right down on the motor and worked on it. He was that little.
I've interviewed him.
But anyway,
So, and then next in line, after Glenn,
Glenn and then Harley Cecil. Harley worked for Phillips out at Burbank, Oklahoma.
mm-hmm,
He was an oil field pumper,
right,
and he worked out in the field all the time.
right,
He worked for Phillips for several years. I don't forget how many.
yeah,
But he only had 4 girls when he married an Indian woman. I mean, she was part Indian.
right,
But they only had girls. So he had 4 girls. He finally gave up. But one of the girls did have a boy that he was real proud of his grandson. And they named it after him.
oh, that's nice. So after Harley,
They called him Cece.
Cece,
Because we called Harley's nickname was Cecil.
oh,
That's
okay,
what we called him all the time, Cecil.
yeah,
So we named that little boy Cecil.
oh. So, after Harley, who's next?
While Harley and then the twins, which was
Yeah,
my name's Chester, and we had a twin named Lester.
Lester and Chester.
Yeah, and the middle name is, my name is Leo,
Mm-hmm,
and my brother's name was Cleo.
okay, very good.
Okay? We were twins,
Yeah, identical? Were you identical
No.
twins? Okay.
and I hated his guts.
Oh, no!
Now, I wasn't very fond of my twin, though.
Mm,
He was different.
yeah,
I mean, he was absolutely different. I would work and help my folks and work around the place, and he'd be off doing something else.
that's too
He
bad.
went to CC camps and different things.
Mm-hmm,
And I stayed home and helped the folks, and then when they bought a farm, I went and worked on the farm, helped raise vegetables and stuff. And
yeah,
I helped the folks. I always helped the folks.
right.
And he'd be off somewhere else. He was my twin.
That's too bad.
And he wasn't as big as I was. He was smaller.
Oh, was he?
Well, he was for a while. He was taller, but I outgrew him.
Mm. So who's after Lester and Chester?
Lester. Lester was his name. My name's Chester.
Right. Who's after that? Who's the next one in line?
Well, the next one was Lorraine. She was the only girl.
Say the name
And
again.
she was born weighing about 3 pounds.
Was it Lorraine? Lorene or?
Lorraine.
Loraine.
Oh,
Lorraine.
okay.
And her middle name was Liddell.
Liddell.
She was named after an aunt my dad had, a sister named Liddell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And after Lorraine?
Lorraine Liddell, and she married a guy named Hunt. She wound up with a name, Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Hunt. Bill Hunt was her husband. They lived down there, Oshaleta.
Yeah. Okay, you're getting close to the end. After Lorraine,
Oh, Vaughn.
Vaughn?
Vaughn was a good friend. Vaughn was always my buddy.
Aw,
We always buddied around, but he married. My wife had a friend named Delma,
mm-hmm.
and Vaughn married Delma, and I married Norma.
Right,
So we got along pretty good that way.
yeah. Is it
And,
V-A or V-O? V-A-N-N?
Vaughn, V-A-U-G-H.
Oh, that way.
V-A-U-G-H-E-N.
Okay,
Vaughn. Leroy was his middle name.
okay. And you have one more?
The next one was Virgil,
Virgil.
and his name is Floyd. Floyd, and I don't know how he got the name of Virgil, but his name is Floyd.
Yeah, right.
And some people call him Floyd, some call him Virgil.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still alive. He was born in 31, I think, 1931.
But now, is there any more, or was that it?
Any more? There was 9 of them.
Well, you've got quite a few here. You have to be getting
Well-
close to the end.
After Lorraine was Clifford, and Clifford only lived about a week. And
Oh,
he
okay.
passed away. He was a little boy, and then we had Lorraine. I mean, not after that. Had Vaughn after
Right.
that. It's Clifford, then Vaughn,
Yeah,
then Virgil, and then Marvin,
Marvin.
and then we had a pair of twins, Gerald and Geraldine. Geraldine lived about 18 months and passed away. She had pneumonia and whooping cough.
Aw.
And Gerald's still alive. He lives in southern Oklahoma and he's a Pentecostal preacher.
Very good. That's great. Okay.
But he's always trying to save me. He thinks I ain't saved.
There's one more girl.
Okay. So is that it?
Well,
Is that
Gerald
last-
and Geraldine was the last ones born.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, Mother had 14. How many you got?
There's quite a few here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Got 12. So
I have 13.
Oh, you have 13. I missed one. He has 13. So
he's got 13. They missed one.
I missed one. He has
I have-
13.
Well, I thought there was 14 altogether.
I have Robert, Orville, Glenn, Harley, Chester, Lester, Lorraine, Clifford, Vaughn,
Oh.
Virgil, Marvin, Gerald, Geraldine.
I had
Yeah.
14. I missed
Clifford
Clifford.
was-
Clifford. Yeah.
He's got one
You
more.
missed that.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
okay.
pretty much takes care of it.
Yeah. We can go on to other things.
Those were all brothers and sisters.
You want to go on to?
And there was
military,
2 sets of twins.
or Do you have anything else?
Don't you have?
We've done quite a bit of the.
Okay. How did the Depression affect you and your family?
Had what?
The Depression. How did,
My dad worked at the oil field and they paid him $110 a month through the Depression.
That's not bad compared
And-
to some people.
And $110 with a big family, about all he could buy was groceries.
Yeah.
We wore a lot of patched overalls, I'll tell you sure, and they were handed down from boy to boy. As
Right.
he outgrowed them, the next one got them.
That's right. Yeah.
So we lived, during the Depression, we lived like we was supposed to, I guess.
Yeah.
Never missed a smile, though. We always had a smile on our face. Every bit of the family was happy.
That's great. Yeah.
did you join the CCCs? Did you join the CCCs?
No, my twin brother did.
Okay, okay.
My twin brother joined the CCCs, and he went to Craig, Colorado, the coldest place in the world. Craig, Colorado. If you don't think so, go out there. That
What did he
thing's
do?
cold in July.
What did he do?
I don't know what he done out there. They was CC camp. They built bridges,
Right.
and roads, and
Yeah.
paths, you know, for hikers
Yeah.
and stuff.
Like Osage Park. That was built by CCC.
Yeah, yeah.
So, So did any of the other brothers and brothers go into CCC?
None of the others done anything like that.
Yeah.
Vaughn served, I think, in Korea. I think he did.
Yeah.
Virgil was over there. Yeah, I know he was on Okinawa because he said the wind blew so hard that they went out to the motor pool where the trucks were, and they'd hide behind the truck to keep them being blown away.
Oh my gosh.
Said there was straight wind blowing through
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
there.
Have any big storms come through here?
The big storm, the biggest that come through here was a tornado, and it went right by our house out here in the country.
Oh my.
But it traveled from Oklahoma City all the way up to, I'd say it went through Shawnee and then kind of come back to the southwest. And it went right south of our house.
Wow.
And we had a metal chimney on top, and it blowed it off. And that's all it done to the house. My dad and most of the family was home, and they stood in the house and looked out the window and watched it come right at it. And I was in here to a theater, and when I walked out of the theater, all I could see is a black cloud out that way.
Wow.
And
About
I
what
walked
year?
home.
About what year was that? How old were you, do you think?
I was probably 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'd walked down and went to the show.
Right.
And then the tornado went through. And when I walked home, I walked part of the way in just brush and stuff that blowed up in piles.
Right, right.
And
Yeah.
across the road and everything. And I thought when I got where I could see the house, I thought they'd be gone.
Yeah, well,
But
that
I
was so
come
scary.
around that curve, and there the house stood. She
Thank
was still
goodness.
standing.
Yeah, yeah.
And we lived right up in the valley, right at the head of the valley.
Do you have any floods?
Well, we didn't have any floods up there.
You were far
the
enough away
creeks-
from the river.
The creek,
And creeks.
we had a little creek running down through there, and it split and come together right by the house.
Oh, okay.
So one come down one canyon and one come down another. And right today, up there on this right side, they built a dam across it.
Oh, okay.
Made a big pond or
Right.
lake. And I was up there the other day, and they had no trespassing signs, so I couldn't go outside.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I was born right out there in an old lease house.
Oh.
My dad pumped that lease for about 29 years or 30.
Mm-hmm.
And
Who owned that lease?
it owned by the Weiser Oil Company. They called it the Weiser back then. And then the Forest Production Company bought them out. And my dad worked for them for a while before he retired.
Yeah, what Weiser is it? W-I-S-E-R, or how does it spell?
Something like that. I don't know for sure. But it was the Weiser Oil Company that was originally the ones that he went to work for. And then he worked for the Forest Production Company who
Oh.
bought them out.
Yeah.
And he worked for the Forest Production Company until he retired.
Right.
But he really didn't retire. He got sick.
Oh, did he?
He got blood pressure problems. And,
Oh.
and he got where I was in service then. And Virgil, my younger brother, he was the oldest at home. He'd have to go with my dad and pump the leases because he'd pass out.
Oh, yeah.
So he finally just quit.
Mm-hmm.
He had bought, I think he just had an intuition. He bought 80-acre farm up by Juan
Right.
several years before that,
Mm-hmm.
and never did improve it. And so when he got sick, they moved to the farm.
Right.
And it was an old about a one-room house on it. But they moved in, and they stayed on that farm, and then he went to town and bought a 3-story house in Coffeyville.
Oh,
And
wow.
him and my mother took board, every board out of those old houses, and they hauled it down to the farm,
Oh, my.
and they pulled the nails out.
Mm-hmm.
They built them a house
Wow.
out of those old boards.
Still standing.
And the
That's
house still stands.
My gosh.
The
that's
guy that
great.
lives there now put brick around it.
Wow.
But it's the original house, what my dad built.
That's great.
And he got all that lumber out of the house in Coffeyville and hauled it down there on a 4-wheel trailer. And pulled the nails out. Him and Mom pulled the nails.
Were there any kids left at that time? Were there any children left at home?
Not too many.
Yeah.
Well, Virgil and Marvin did go to high school at Vaughan. They lived in it. They lived at home that time,
Yeah.
during that time.
Right.
So Virgil was the oldest, I think, then.
Were you aware of the war in China at this time?
The war in China?
Yeah. Japan had invaded China in 1936, 35, 36.
I had a cousin that flew the hunt. He'd fly. He took. Well, he got to be a fighter pilot, and he'd fly over. They called over the hunt. It was coming into China from the backside and going over the mountain. And they bombed him.
What was his name?
That's why they bombed China.
What was his name? What was his name?
Darrell Wright was his name.
Okay.
And he was a cousin of mine.
What
And
about-
he was raised in Colorado.
Yeah.
Around Boulder.
Were you aware of the rise of Hitler in Germany?
The what?
Were you aware of the rise of Hitler in Germany? What Hitler was doing in Europe?
Oh, Hitler. I remember some stories about Hitler long before the war.
Yeah.
And then
What do you think about him?
what I think about him, I think he tried to conquer. He wanted to rule Europe. Yeah. And he made a mistake of waking up a giant, which was the United States. And the United States didn't have nothing to go to war with. We started building ships and anti-aircraft guns and things. And I worked in a steel mill at Argentine, Kansas. It's on the Kaw River.
Oh, okay.
And I worked up there when I was about 17 or 18 years old.
What'd you do up there?
I was an assembler, so to speak. You had to read the blueprint, and the print showed what material you needed, and I'd go hunt it up, bring it up, and then there's guys that would rivet it together. They made gun mounts and stuff like that,
Oh.
big guns,
Mm-hmm.
big gun mounts.
Wow.
But that was before I went in service.
Where were you December 7th, 1941?
I know where my wife was. She was born that day.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Her birthday's on December 7th.
Hmm.
Where were you?
Where were I? I'm not sure where I was at, but I probably was home.
Okay. When you heard about the attack on Pearl Harbor, what did you think?
Well, I don't remember. I don't even remember thinking,
Yeah.
because I didn't think I'd have to go to the war or go to the army or anything. But I got a letter from Roosevelt. It said, "Greetings. You are in the service."
When were you drafted?
In 1943.
Before you were drafted, how did rationing affect you?
How the what?
Rationing, because everything was rationed.
Oh,
Gas.
ration.
Yes.
We got rations some, yeah. But we had a big family. We were allotted a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And Dad always bought a 48-pound sack of flour because my mother would make homemade bread. And
What day would she make them? Did she have a certain day that she made or did certain things? Like doing the laundry and baking the bread and those kind of things.
I don't remember
No,
for
okay.
sure, but the woman worked constantly. She raised nine boys and 2 girls
Right.
in a 4-room house.
Yeah.
And then Dad set up a tent for 4 of us boys to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
And we slept in it, and then he built a little house that would hold 2 beds.
Oh, okay.
So the little house sat right where the tent did.
Mm-hmm.
And we burned gas in the winter. See, he pumped the oil lease, and we could get gas off the oil wells. And we burned gas in the winter.
Yeah.
We put a drum, a 15-gallon drum in the middle of the room. Put a
Okay.
pipe on it, about a 4-inch pipe, and for vent, and stick a pipe in there and turn the gas on, and then fill that full of stone, a rock. And
Okay.
you get all those rocks hot, well, it'd stay warm all night.
Now, was that drip gas?
It was sort of like drip gas, but it turned natural gas when we got it in there.
You know,
But he did have some drips that we burned casing head gas in our cars for several years.
there was a guy in town, and his job was to go around and smell for drip gas in cars.
I know the highway patrol could tell the smell of it,
Yes, yes.
and we burned that casing head gas in our cars quite a bit. But you always had to grind the valves pretty often. They burned the valves up.
My mother told me that Monday was wash day.
Yeah.
That Monday was the wash day. My mother's born 1924 here.
Yeah.
Unwritten agreement, no one burned on Monday because that was the wash day. The whole area. I think
Okay.
Monday was wash day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where'd you go for basic training? Where did you go for your basic training?
Basic training, I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri in 1943. March of 43, I don't remember the exact date.
Tell me about basic.
Basic training was there for 8 weeks. And I went from there to,
What'd you do in basic?
well, mostly march and learn how to be a soldier. And you respect your lieutenants and stuff.
Tell me about your drill instructor.
But I did, they also taught you they picked you out a job. Like, they thought I'd be a good diesel mechanic.
Oh, okay.
So they sent me to Atlanta, Georgia. To Atlanta, it was a Caterpillar company in Atlanta, and I went to school there for a while and learned diesel work. And we tore an engine down and then put it back together. Anyway, I wound up in Columbus, Indiana.
Before we get there, what's your most vivid memory of basic?
Memory of basic.
Most vivid memory of basic.
The most memory, I had to run 5 miles with a pack on my back. And I did it.
Did you go on bivouac? Did you go on bivouac?
Yeah.
What'd you do on bivouac?
Well, you built your own tent. You picked out a buddy. Your tent was a half a tent. And the other guy's a half a tent. So you picked out a buddy and you put it together. And the 2 of you slept under one of the tents. They call them pup tents.
Yeah.
Tell me about your drill instructors. your sergeants that were drill instructors?
I forgot his name. But I'll tell you what, you better be ready to get up at about 5. And you better be dressed, 'cause you went out on the field without a shirt on and it'll all be snowing. And that was in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. In April, they had that foot of snow out there.
Oh, no.
I remember April the 12th in 1943, it snowed a foot deep in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
So you went to diesel school after basic?
I went to Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, they sent me down there.
That was after basic?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they sent me to Columbus, Indiana, to another. It was for Cummins Diesel, and Cummins Diesel made the diesel truck engine, which is each cylinder was separate.
No.
and they were good engines.
Now, what does the diesel mechanic do?
We kept them running. Yeah, you had to know how to time them. You had to know how to clean the filters and stuff. Main thing, keep clean filters, fuel filters.
So from Columbus, where'd you go?
Hmm?
From Columbus, where did you go?
I went to New York and got on the darn boat.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Whenever you were going to these different places, how did you travel?
by train.
On a troop train?
I got on the train right out here at Bartlesville and went to Erie, Pennsylvania. And I changed planes. I had to change trains in Chicago. You know how I did it? I got off of this when it went through here. It's called a Streamliner then.
Okay.
I went to Chicago on it, and I pulled into the station, and I said, I got to go to Pennsylvania. And the lady that was selling tickets, she says, well, there's a train that's moving right now, getting ready to leave, and it's getting in position. And I went out the door, and there's a train moving. And I run and caught the back end of it and jumped on there
Wow.
on the back end and caught the Pennsylvania train as it was moving out of town. And I was walking up through the aisle, and the conductor come along and said, "Who are you?" I said, "Well, I just got on. I'm going to Pennsylvania." And he says, "Where's your ticket?" I said, "Right here." I had it with me.
Were you in uniform?
Yeah, I was in uniform.
You have your duffel bag with you?
Well, no, I chipped it.
Okay. Tell me about traveling on a troop train.
On a troop train?
Yeah. Where did, how long did the trip take?
I'm trying to think if I traveled on a troop train. I was generally traveling by myself.
Okay.
When I traveled.
Okay.
Mostly I was on furlough or when I leave. At that time, I had 10 days to get to Pennsylvania, so I went by home, stayed 4 or 5 days, and then caught the train out.
Where in Pennsylvania? Where in Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania?
You said, where in Pennsylvania did you go?
I don't remember the name of the place.
Okay. So when you were in New York, did you get to New York City?
I went through New York somewhere in there and caught the boat. I don't know where it was at.
Okay. Were you allowed to go on furlough in New York City?
I didn't go on
Okay.
furlough, no.
What boat did you get on?
I got on the Louis Pasteur, which it was a French luxury liner. Louis Pasteur. And that boat was originally a big, it was a luxury liner. People went on vacations on it. But it stood out of the water a long ways to the top. But when we got in sea out there, the waves were out here. I could just look level and here they come away.
When did you leave the States? Do you recall the date? When did you leave the States?
When did I leave?
Yes.
On D-Day, I lived in Liverpool, England.
Okay.
I landed in Liverpool,
Okay.
and we had to stay outside the harbor while the troops were all moving into France. That was D-Day.
Yes.
So we sat out in the harbor. I was about 30 days behind everybody.
Before we get there, tell me about the trip to England.
To England?
Yeah, when you were on the boat. What'd you do on the boat?
What I do on the boat, I managed to not get seasick.
That's good.
How'd you pass the time?
Oh, walking on the deck if the sun was shining, if it was smooth sailing.
You play cards or shoot dice?
No, I never played cards. I never played cards in my life.
How were the meals on the ship?
The meals were fine. As far as I know, I didn't go hungry. I didn't miss any meals.
How long did the trip take?
Going over, I think it's 5 days.
Okay.
I forgot for sure.
Okay.
But when we come back on a Liberty ship, they call them. Liberty ships.
Yes.
That thing took a month to come back. When I was wanting to get home.
Yeah, sure.
On the Louis Pasteur, what did they tell you to do if you were hit by a torpedo and sinking?
Oh, they didn't. I didn't get any instructions.
What were you going to do?
Hmm?
What were you going to do?
I was on the. I know the ship kept weaving in and out like this all the way across because to keep the submarine from getting
Sure.
lined up on it. And that was the purpose of it. But
Yeah.
that's all I remember about it.
But if you were hit by a torpedo, what were you going to do?
Well, I didn't know. They didn't give us instructions.
What'd you do in Liverpool?
I didn't do anything in Liverpool. I landed there and got on the train and went down to Wales. And I was 30 days behind D-Day before I walked in on the same beach, like Utah Beach. They took us in on a personnel carrier. The front of the boat dropped open, you know. They run us up on the beach, Utah Beach, same as the other boys, but we had to walk. And then we got out of there and was walking in France. We had to walk in a ways and then around, and then I had to come into Cherbourg. I was walking to Cherbourg. Rained all day.
Oh.
Rained every day. When we got to Cherbourg, it's a kind of a hill west of town, and that's where we camped, on the side of that hill. And me and another buddy put our tents together, and all we could do was dig a trench around it so the water would run off. But anyway, we weren't very organized right then.
What unit were you assigned to?
337th Harborcraft.
Harborcraft.
Harborcraft. It was with the 3rd Army. But we was the 337th Harborcraft.
Now, what is a harborcraft?
We were in the harbor there at Cherbourg. Running tugboat.
Okay.
I had a tugboat and then also operated crane there.
What'd you do as a crane operator?
I lifted material up the ship. Like a Sherman tank weighs 32 tons. And we unloaded some. And I was the operator on that crane. It was all electric. You had two big diesel engines. You synchronized them to run the same speed. And they generated enough electric to lift with. And I'd lift 32 ton. And I put, the barge was big. It was 7 foot out of water. It's a 7 foot clearance. And I put 10 of those Sherman tanks in front of me, lined up on this barge. And it just kept going, settling down. When I got ready to, I got 10 of them on the boat, on the deck, and I hang one on the hook and hold it. And the tugboat would get a hold of it and pull me in the shore to unload, and he'd push water over the deck. It was very dangerous. That thing floated though. That thing was 7 foot out of water, and they just kept settling when you got all those tanks on there. They weigh 32 ton apiece.
Now, was that a shareboard?
Hmm?
Was that a shareboard?
It's Cherbourg.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you there?
I was in Cherbourg about 10 months.
Okay.
Actually, they fought a lot of war when I was there. When I first landed, I was a month behind V-Day.
D-Day.
Yeah. But when we first landed, they were probably in Paris fighting. But
From Cherbourg, where'd you go? From Cherbourg, where did you go?
what did I get?
From Cherbourg, where did you go?
Oh, from that point, I went to Regensburg, Germany. And Regensburg is on the Danube River. And also I patrolled that river with the boat. And the bridges were blowed out. I mean, they didn't have any bridges.
What kind of boat were you on?
I had a small personal boat. It had a little 4-cylinder engine. Anyway, I would patrol the river or something.
Why were you patrolling the river?
Hmm?
Why were you patrolling the river?
I'll explain this way. Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, all were south, down the river. When the war ended, they said the war's over. They all come up the river because they didn't want to be on the Russian side.
Oh, right.
So they all come up the river. Well, then my job was to take 5 guys, and we had to inventory every boat that come up the river. And these boats are huge. People live on them. They got living quarters and everything. Besides, they hauled material in the front part. Some of them had coal, some of them had musical instruments or something else in it. We had to take inventory of all these boats that come up. And that was my job.
Why did you take inventory?
Go on them. And we had a pistol on our side, and they respected a pistol.
But why were you taking inventory on these boats?
Because we didn't know what was on them.
Oh, okay, okay. Whenever you traveled from Cherbourg over to the Danube River, how did you travel?
Well, from Regensburg, I didn't get on the river very much, only on a small boat, a small personnel
Did you
boat.
go by train from Cherbourg? Did you go by train from Cherbourg or by truck?
Let's see. I have to remember. Can't remember for sure. But I do know I went to. I drove clear across Germany by myself one time. I confiscated a Jeep. I confiscated a Jeep. I think that was my fault.
Oh.
And put some gas in some jerry cans and sit in the back. And I drove clear across Germany just to see my brother.
Oh,
I found him too.
great.
Did you get in trouble?
No, I didn't get in trouble, but I went into a lot of, the highways were blowed up and they big holes in the road. And you had to drive around them or drive across them. Where they bombed the highways, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
But I drove and I found him. He was up north of me quite a ways.
Now, when was
But I
this?
ran into the Russian line once. I drove up to, there was a certain point you got to, they said, do not come any further, you're in Russian territory. So I just turned around and go on north. But anyway, I drove up in the middle of Germany and seen my brother.
Did you have any contact with the local people in Germany?
The only transaction I had one time, and I couldn't speak German, was I took a car. I confiscated this car. It was in the haystack, hid, so we located it. But anyway, we used that car as a transportation, and I took it on a date. I had a girl with me, and we went up a mountain, a pretty steep hill. And on top, I run out of road, and so I went to turn around, and I turned it over on the side. I couldn't push it back on. Over. So I walked back down the mountain, about a mile and a half, and there was an old farmer down there had two oxen with yokes. And he had those old oxen, and I couldn't speak German or nothing. And I told him my car was turned over and all that. He understood enough that he got his oxen out, and he went with me back up the mountain. And he set my car back on its wheels with the oxen. And this girl was with me. She'd slid over enough that they had an emergency brake in there, and she'd skinned her leg on the emergency brake. Anyway, long story short, we got down off the mountain.
Was she a whack or wave or something like that? Was she in the army? Was she American or was she German?
She was a Russian girl,
A Russian?
but she worked for the United States government. I mean,
Okay.
she worked for the Germans when they had control. Actually, she was Ukrainian, and they went in Ukrainian, and they stole those people,
Right.
and they made them work in cafeterias and waitresses and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, when the United States went in there and rescued them, or so to speak, they took them and worked them the same way. They used them as waitresses and stuff. And they paid them a little.
Yeah.
And I met this young woman in there. She would bring me the biggest steak. And she thought a lot of me, I think. Anyway, she was a Russian, Ukrainian. And she's the one that was with me when I turned this car over on the side.
When you were in Germany, what was the attitude of the people toward you?
There was no. They weren't angry. Most of them were not. They didn't want to fight.
Yeah.
It was Hitler wanted to conquer. He wanted to conquer the whole Europe.
Were you in the Army of Occupation?
I was over there to help rebuild a little of it. Yeah, I was in the army.
What'd you do to rebuild Germany?
We kind of encouraged people to get on their own. And in factory, I took over a factory one time that was, they were building small boats for the river. And we helped them get started and encouraged them to go ahead and build their boats and sell them. And they had little, these are small boats you put on the water, go fishing in and stuff like that. But they went ahead and they had a little factory there, and I encouraged them to go ahead.
Where was that factory?
In Regensburg.
Regensburg, okay, okay.
Right off the Danube River.
Tell me about coming home. Tell me about coming home. Tell me about coming home.
Oh,
Germany.
coming home. Well, I'll tell you what, I left Regensburg, and I knew my brother was over there, my twin brother. And I went straight north to Le Havre. I was supposed to catch a boat at Le Havre, France, and that was kind of towards Norway, over in there, close to Norway. Le Havre was, and it was in the English Channel. But anyway, when I walked up to this boat, I walked up the gangplank, and the first guy I see is my twin brother.
Oh, wonderful.
He looked like a bum.
Oh.
He hadn't shaved.
Hmm.
He hadn't done anything. And they've had him doing guard duty. He's carrying a rifle and marching around the ship. I was so embarrassed. My twin brother looked like a bum. He did. And I went ahead and I got on the boat, and I finally didn't go to him. He was my twin.
Yeah.
I had to talk to him. And I encouraged him to shave, at least.
Right.
Was
Look
that
like a man.
Was that Liberty ship?
Yeah,
Tell me about the
the
trip.
one we was coming home on.
Yeah, tell me about the trip home.
It was slow. The Liberty ship was slow. When it went over, it was on the Louis Pasteur, and they went over in 3 days, and we come back in about 2 weeks.
Well, how'd you pass the time on this trip?
Well, the best you could, I don't know. We didn't do much. Mostly get out and just look at the water and hope it didn't get rough.
Where'd the ship land?
We landed in New York.
You passed the Statue of Liberty?
Y'all went right by the statue. That's the first thing I seen. First time I ever saw the Statue of Liberty.
When you saw the Statue of Liberty, what'd you think?
I thought I was home.
Yeah. On the Liberty ship, what level were you on when it comes to the bunk beds? Did you have like the slings, the bunk beds, or were you on the top or the bottom, or were they single?
Well, about the middle way, because let me remind you something. Segregation was still in effect,
Right.
and the blacks were down on the bottom. And we had to walk through there. To go to chow, we had to walk downstairs, walk through their compartment, and then back up to the kitchen. And it did smell pretty bad. And it was segregation back then.
Yeah.
The blacks were in one unit and the whites were in the other. They weren't mixed yet.
Yeah.
Where were you sleeping on the Louis Pasteur?
Where would I sleep?
On the Louis Pasteur going over?
I don't know what deck I was on, but I was below the top deck.
Did you have like a
I
small
don't
room to
remember.
yourself,
I
or?
don't remember what number of the deck is. Anything.
Bunks were stacked how high?
I don't have any idea.
Which one did you have?
I just don't recall because I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I was, let's see, I was 19 when I went in. Time I got over there, I was about almost 20.
Mhm.
Time I got on that boat, but
Any questions?
Better drink you some water. Better take you a drink of water, Chester.
what we do for water?
No.
Drink some.
Go ahead and drink some. I have my camera.
I guess if it's good water, we drink water. They had fresh water on the boat.
You need to drink you some water.
Take you a
Go
drink.
ahead, take a drink now. You can drink now. We're having a small break.
That's water. Take a drink.
It's water, okay.
Yeah. It's not spiked, I promise.
I think mine's gin.
Oh, it's gin.
Now,
Oh.
he's getting a little thick on his toilet.
You know, that's something I don't drink enough of. is
I
water.
don't either.
I was a crane operator. Operated heavy equipment. I'd go hours without water. And that's just something I ought to, I still got I don't drink enough water.
So what did you do when she came back from the service? Did you get a job? And
Yep,
what kind of jobs did you have?
the first job I got was after I got married.
Well, tell us about meeting your wife.
I went up there to Coffeyville and I went to work for the smelters.
Mm-hmm.
I worked 1 year up there,
Yeah.
sacking that cement or that paint product, which is powder,
Oh.
and I'd work on and I'd grind. You had big grinders that grind that material, and
Mm-hmm.
and they'd come out and you had to sack them
Right.
in sacks, and you got that stuff all over you.
Mm.
And it was just powder.
Yeah.
But anyway, I worked there 1 year, and I put my application in the refinery, and 1 year later they finally called me. And the day they called me, I quit.
When were you discharged?
When was I discharged? I went in the service in March, and I got out in March.
46?
In 46. I went in 43, March 43, and I got out in March 46. What day it was, I don't know. It might have been the exact same day. It was early in the month, I know that. Both of them were early in March.
So when it came to meeting your wife, how'd you meet her?
Hmm?
How did you meet your wife?
How'd I meet her?
Yes.
Her dad needed a sack of feed for his cows, and he said, while you're down there at Bartlesville, pick up my daughter and bring her on.
Okay.
And so I had a brother with me that he knew Norma, which was my wife, and he went along. He was supposed to introduce us. He never did. He is so bashful. He couldn't introduce a girl to his brother. So I said, I'm Chester, what's your name? And she was in the back of the car and I was in the front. I was the driver.
Yeah.
And I took her up to the farm and I took her dad a sack of feed for his cows and took his daughter home. And that evening, I asked her for a date because I wanted to take her to a movie.
Mhm.
And so what happens? She says, can my little sister go along? And her little sister's 15, and she was 18 going on 19. I said, yeah, I'll bring your little sister. Well, I wound up taking the whole family to the movie
How big was
on
the
the first
family?
day.
No, I call that having a chaperone.
That's right, for sure.
Wound up taking the whole darn family, and we went to Caney, Craig Theater, and we had to stand up. They wasn't sitting down room at all. We had to stand
Oh.
up. We all stood back there and watched the movie.
Do you remember what it was?
No. I don't remember. I
Yeah.
was kind of disgusted. Having to take the whole family and then have to stand up too. But anyway, she invited her sister, and then her sister says, "Well, we got my little brother." They only had 4 though, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. So how long did you date?
I'm gonna put it this way. I met her in May and married her in November.
Okay. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, I met her in May, early May,
Mm-hmm.
and somewhere along the line I proposed to her, and she said yes. So we we set the date for January.
Okay.
The first time, and cause her folks' anniversary was in January. And then she changed her mind later and wanted it a little earlier, so we set it for November the 1st.
So where did you get married?
Journey Cake Memorial Baptist Church in Dewey, Oklahoma. That was a Journey Cake Memorial
Right.
back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
That was Journey Cake was an Indian.
Right.
He started
Charles.
the church.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's where we had the wedding.
Very good. Very good.
And she wanted the church wedding.
So did you have some groomsmen and bridesmaid, or was it just the 2 of you up there?
No, so she had the bride. Her sister was the bridesmaid, and, and I had a brother for her to stand up with me.
Right.
And he was the best man.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of had a little wedding.
Sure.
And that's why she wanted
Right.
to.
Right. So then, where did you live?
Out here on First Street,
On First
I
Street.
had a little apartment over a garage, his garage apartment,
Sure.
and I think there's 2 rooms in it.
So.
But, I was working at Dewey Cement Plant
Oh, okay.
at that time. I worked there 4 years.
Tell us a little bit about that. About the cement plant. What did you do for the cement plant?
First, I went in there as a laborer, and they was going to hire an operator to operate a crane. I said, I'm a crane operator. Well, I'd operate them, but anyway, it come to me.
Yeah.
And so they put me on this crane to unload coal. They burned coal to heat the rock and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I got the crane operating job, and so that was top money. I was on
Right.
top money right then. But anyway, I unloaded coal, and then they took the coal and run it through a grinder and grind it up, and they'd blow it in their furnaces, and they'd heat the rock up to 1,800 degrees
Wow.
and melt it. And that's the way they make cement.
Yeah.
They melt that and burn it to a clinker.
Oh,
They call it a clinker. And it come out, and then they mix gypsum with it and regrind it again, and it winds up as Portland cement.
Very good. So there was a little community of houses right around there too, weren't there? By the cement plant, of the workers that worked there at the cement plant. Weren't there quite a few little houses or places for people to stay?
Oh,
was
those
that
are
earlier?
Mexicans. They hired Mexicans.
Okay.
And the Mexicans all lived down in there. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Any dirty work, they put the Mexicans working.
Yeah.
If it's cleaning tanks and stuff,
Yeah.
the hard work, and they used quite a few black people out there, big men that could. They take a cart and put it behind a machine that they sack this cement in.
Mm-hmm.
The cement weighs about 96 pounds a bag,
Yeah.
almost 100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as these bags come out, they stacked them on these carts. They could put 10 of them on there. That's a lot of weight. And these big black men, they lean those back, push them out, and put them
Wow.
in a railroad car.
My
And they
gosh.
stacked them in the railroad car, row after row after row.
Wow.
And they were big guys. They could do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they had to have steel, real thick steel runners that go up in the cars to get
Oh, to be
for
able
all
to
the weight that is. I mean, they push 1,000 pounds.
My gosh.
Those guys is strong.
Yeah.
Well, my job at that time was sack boy. I just put the sacks up there, the empty bags,
Oh,
and
right.
they would fill them.
Oh, gotcha.
And they had machines that they could put these bags open right at the top. There's an opening,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a spout that come out. There's 4 spouts, and they'd put a bag on each one of them, and they'd blow them full of cement.
Oh, okay.
When they got a certain weight, they'd automatically fall off.
Oh,
When they got to 50 pounds or 48 or whatever,
okay. Right.
they'd fall off and they'd put it over, and it was all sealed right then. That opening would close up.
Huh. That's
So,
fascinating.
These bags come out full of cement.
Right.
Well, then the guys outside, they'd take the bags off of the runway and put them on carts and push them into railroad cars.
Mm. Gotcha. So,
They could put 10 of them on one of those carts and push it.
wow.
Boy, theirs was loading.
I'd say so.
Well, my job was to furnish the bags to them at first.
Right.
That was the first job I had.
Yeah.
Well, the next job I had at the cement plant was I got I told them I could operate a crane, and they had a one that run on electric, and we picked up the coal and put coal in a hopper, and the hopper from the hopper it went down on a belt, and went inside and was ground up into dust.
Oh, okay.
Well, this dust is what they used to fire their furnaces with. They'd heat that rock up to 1,800 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, they had to have the coal go through the grinders to go to the furnace. So that's what my job was to get this coal up there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And,
So what did you do
and
after
then
that?
I was unloading gondola cars that come in with coal.
Oh.
They'd ship it in gondolas, and I'd had a big crane that is a P&H with a 3-yard bucket on it, and I'd pick up a load and put it in the pile.
Mm-hmm.
Later, we'd take it out of the pile and put it in the machine.
Gotcha.
But that was my job out there. I was a crane operator.
So what did you do after that?
I worked there 4 years, and I quit one day. I just got aggravated.
Yeah.
I said, I can do better than this. It's paying me $1.25 an hour to operate a crane. And
Yeah.
I knew crane operators got more money than that. I said, I can do better than this. And I quit.
Okay.
After 4 years, I finally quit. My wife, she had a fit. But anyway, I went to Wichita and I applied up there for jobs, and I couldn't get on a Boeing, I couldn't get on a Cessna.
Oh.
And they didn't pay enough. They didn't even pay what I quit.
Oh no.
So I come back home, and I went to work at the smelters out of Coffeyville.
Mhm.
And I worked to run a mill in there and sacked that paint product.
Did you have any children by that time?
For 1 year I worked there.
Mm.
But I had my application out at the refinery.
Gotcha.
And it took them a year to find it, but they finally called me. And the day they called me is the day I quit. And I
You
went
have
out
enough.
there to the refinery and hired on, and the day it was payday for the smelter, so I took my noon hour and I got in my truck and went across town to the smelters and got my paycheck.
Oh, right.
And I come back and I was just in time, the whistle blowed to go back to work. I thought I was gonna get fired the first time. But anyway, I made it back.
Yeah.
And I worked at a refinery then 35 years,
Wow.
and I liked it.
Mhm.
I had some dangerous work out there.
What did you do?
I run all their equipment, the heavy equipment.
Oh.
I'd run a backhoe, I could run a forklift, anything.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I did all that, and I got the boss come to me and says, I'm gonna put this job up for bid, and I'm gonna make it, you have 4 or 5 years experience. They said, now that's for you. You bid on that now. He wanted me real bad,
yeah.
but he made it. There not very many people working out there had 4 years experience running equipment. So I got the jobs without no problem.
Right.
But it had to be put up for bid.
Sure.
They were union.
Right.
But anyway, I got the job and I worked there 35 years.
So,
And it paid good and everything.
yeah.
Sent my kids to school.
So what about your children? How many children did you have and what were their names?
We had 4,
4?
2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
Leo Jr.
All right.
Leo was his middle name, my middle name, his was his first name.
Oh, okay.
Leo. I'm trying to think. His name is just Leo Jr. We just called him Leo.
Yeah.
He's Junior. I was trying to think his middle name. His middle name is Leo. But we always called him Leo, and I went by the name of Chester.
Right.
And so he was Leo.
That made it a lot more simple.
And Leo has a Leo now.
Oh,
He has a grandson he named Leo.
that's great. So,
But anyway, we had 4 children, Judy and Marlene. Judy was the oldest, and she's 72 now, or 3, and Marlene is 70.
okay.
So they're getting up there.
Mm.
Of course,
Aren't we all, right?
I'm not no chicken. I'm 96.
That's wonderful, though. You're in great shape.
When my
for being
daughters
96.
get up there old as that, you know I'm old.
So, who was the other boy?
Bradley,
Bradley?
he's the youngest. He's 63
Yeah.
now,
Right.
and he has I'm trying to think of our grandkids,
Oh.
great grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
They slipped my mind. He had Kendra and Carrie was the 2 girls.
Okay.
And then he had Chet was the boy. So they only had 3.
Yeah.
And they're all married and have children, so I got great grandchildren.
That's great.
You have any other stories about your time in the Army? Anything else?
Do what?
Any more stories about your time in the Army?
You didn't have time. You didn't. You see the training or some sergeant was out there pushing you. But anyway, you didn't have free time. If you had free time, you went to the PX. They had a pool table and stuff in there.
Did you go down to downtown Cherbourg when you were there?
Downtown Cherbourg?
Yeah.
I went to a bar a couple of times. I tried that cognac, they called it. And it'll put you out.
What do the French people think about the Americans over there? What do the people in Cherbourg think about the
The
Americans?
French loved them. I'll tell you. They liberated it. They give the Americans anything. The French would.
Anything else?
I think that's about it. You don't have any other stories in particular you want to tell us?
I went up a mountain one time and turned this car over on the side.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for
It was-
coming in. We have loved this. We really appreciate it, and thank you for your service.
Well, thank you.
Well, sir, I want to thank.
I enjoyed all of it.
Good.
And I made a point to enjoy overseas because I was 2,000 miles away from home.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Right.
And all you get's a letter now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And so you make do, but I enjoyed myself. I dated a girl or two over there.
Yeah.
And still friends with one family. I wound up
Well, sir, I want to thank you for your service and thank you for the interview.
well, thank you.
And again, today is November 12th, 2020. This is Betty Kime and Joe Todd, an interview with Chester Stevens in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Okay.